For a second straight season, the Minnesota Twins claimed a win in their home regular season opener. Now, the talk afterwards wasn't about what happened during the game, but what happened before the game. During pregame introductions, a bald eagle landed on opposing pitcher James Paxton's shoulder in the outfield. That generated a lot of buzz in the Twins locker room afterwards. Hey everybody, we're here in Minneapolis. This is US Bank Stadium, the site of Super Bowl 52. This is where the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles played one heck of a 52nd edition of the Super Bowl, and it's Fly, Eagles, Fly all night long. The Eagles have topped the Patriots 41-33, winning their first Super Bowl in franchise history.
Sean, the Wild, they kind of had to pick it up tonight. They had a big game.
Minnesota Wild did not score a goal on Tuesday against Vancouver, but they exploded like tonight. We will have highlights.
In football, you know all about the star quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers in our area. Set, hut! But it's these guys, the offensive line, that makes everything happen.
He's going to try to strike me out. This should be some good TV. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
I'm live outside of Summerby Golf Club here in Byron. This is the site of the Gopher Road Trip, and as you may know, a lot of coaches here, such as Gopher head football coach PJ Fleck, head men's basketball coach Richard Pitino, and also the new head man of the Gopher men's hockey program, Bob Motzko. Bob is right to my right. Coach, this is your first road trip ever as the Gophers head man. How's it been so far?
It's been nerve-wracking a bit. It's not the fan. I love the fans, but I'm nervous around all the other coaches.
Coming to the home opener, obviously an awesome tradition to have, and it's one tradition that a Rochester native has stayed true to for the past 57 years. She's been coming to every single Twins home opener since 1961. What makes this game special?
Well, there's always a lot of hope in the first game. There's a lot of excitement.
St. Cloud looked like a major league club this evening. Fourth inning, Webb Bobo says bye-bye. That two-run homer puts the Rocks ahead by 5. Next inning, Rocks up 6. It's Michael Strem. This ball's just crushed to left field and way out of here. It's now 7-0. Sixth inning, John Sansone is going to put a dent in this ball and a dent in the scoreboard as well. That ball hits the scoreboard in right, and it's another St. Cloud home run. Today marked the end of an era for the Vikings, more specifically a 52-year tradition. The Vikings held their final training camp ever just outside Blakesley Stadium here in Mankato today. Minnesota has held camp here every summer since 1966. A training camp will be moved to their brand new practice facility in Eagan next summer. And for the Vikings players, it's not goodbye. Team USA's 18-year-old and under baseball team will be playing an exhibition game here in Rochester, preparing for the World Baseball Softball Confederation U18 World Cup. That's going to be up in Thunder Bay, Ontario, starting in September. Now, there's a lot of good baseball players here. Per Baseball America, 6 of the top 10 high school players in the class of 2018 are playing on this team this year. And one of those guys, one of those top 10 players is Jared Kelenic. He's standing next to me right now. Jared batted .407 last year for Team USA. He led the team in hits. He led the team in total bases at the Pan Am Championships in Mexico. Jared, that experience last year, how does that help you this year, second year with Team USA?
You know, it's definitely huge. To go into something that you've already been there before.
I'm so happy. I don't know what to do.
At Dave & Buster's on Thursday in Edina, through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, 12 kids got a welcome reception for the ages.
It's really special because I've always wanted to go to the Super Bowl, and it's always been a dream of mine.
That's right. They are heading to the big game on Sunday. Seattle Seahawks fan Dylan Marcy is one of those 12 kids who gets to go for free. He's a survivor of papillary thyroid cancer.
I've been cancer-free, though, since December of 2016. So, yeah, this is kind of just an extra, my extra bonus for getting through all of that.
I'm so happy for them.
White Bear Lake native Gabe Bartlett was dealt with a tough hand in 2015.
I was diagnosed with Burkitt's lymphoma, a blood cancer, and I had it in my neck.
Through Make-A-Wish, Bartlett got to go to Super Bowl 50 in California, and he knows how tickets to a game can ease so much for other kids in need of a pick-me-up.
It was just breathtaking. Like, even from the moment landing in the airport in San Francisco and going to the Super Bowl, I totally felt just relieved. Like, I still, even up to that point, still felt stressed getting back on track with my life. And then after that, it got like almost my confidence up.
Hopefully the Eagles win. That's what team I'm rooting for at the Super Bowl.
Eagles fan Xander Martinez was first diagnosed with cancer as a 4-year-old. He's currently battling cancer in his lungs. so going to the Super Bowl is certainly lifting his spirits.
All the excitement can take my mind off of everything and just be excited.
Day in and day out, a lot of work goes into preparing for one baseball game.
If you're not coming to the ballpark every day fresh, then it's kind of tough for you to perform as well as you want to be.
I'm tired. It's day 5 and I'm tired.
Over the weekend, I had that first-hand experience of a grind with the Rochester Honkers.
Here we go.
On Saturday, in the first inning of their game against the La Crosse Loggers, I was the Honkers' first base coach for the game's opening frame.
There you go.
And wouldn't you know it, we got some results.
There you go! Yeah! Yes, sir!
Maybe I was born to do this.
Get there, Mike! Get there, Mike! Hey, boy!
We scored 2 runs to open the game.
Good start, guys. Good start.
So I felt that showing was enough for the Honkers to keep me out there.
We were scoreless that last half inning, so
we were, but that's just because it was the bottom of our order.
I don't believe that. I believe I do good things for this lineup. Yeah, I believe
like
I do.
You're gonna get hurt, to be honest.
Despite my wishes to go back out to first base,
yeah, way to make me look good.
I was assigned to bench coaching duties.
I think we were better when I was the first base coach, so I don't know, do you agree? Yeah, yeah. We scored 2 runs and we didn't score any runs that inning.
Midway through the game, we had to sit through a 45-minute rain delay. When play resumed, there were some pressure moments.
That's 2.
But the Honkers got out of it. And eventually, the Flock pulled out the W.
All right.
Good job, Tom.
All right.
It may have just been one of 72 games.
2-0, baby. Woo! Love it.
But after a win, there's always time to enjoy the show. And there's nowhere else these players and coaches would rather be.
If I could have done this for the last 23 years of my life every day, I think I would have.
High school football season, it's officially back, and it may be safe to say that there was not one player happier than one football player in Hayfield to be playing under the lights again.
I was real scared. It was a real shock to me and the family, and we're like, I have no idea. I never heard of it.
I really didn't know of anyone else that had had anything like this.
Hayfield Vikings offensive and defensive lineman Brady Killo isn't your typical high school football player.
He was chronically tired. We were just thinking that it was typical kind of a teenager, very tired, and just seemed to be run down all the time.
In May of 2017, Brady's exhaustion led to bleeding.
After a while, nobody can be losing this much blood anymore, and something is majorly going on here.
Brady's parents took him to the hospital, and doctors told them what was wrong.
They said I had a disease called ulcerative colitis.
It's an inflammatory bowel disease which causes inflammation in the digestive tract.
I ended up having to have 2 blood transfusions because I lost so much blood.
He couldn't play football.
Last year, I lost 30 pounds from all of it.
Doctors put Brady on medication to treat the disease, medication which works on 90% of patients. But Brady wasn't a part of that group.
I happen to be in that 10% where the medicine didn't work on the people, of the patients that usually have that disease.
It's just hard watching one of your friends go through something like that and not being able to help at all.
Because of the complications from the medicine, Brady had a decision to make.
They ended up having to remove my whole colon last year.
Without modern medicine, he would have died.
More than a year later, without his colon, Brady has worked himself back into football shape.
Brady just wants to sell out every moment, and he knows every moment he has, he's been blessed.
He just wanted to be a normal kid. You know, he wanted to do what his buddies were doing.
And back onto the gridiron.
Junior number 54, Brady Killo.
I never once saw Brady feel sorry for himself.
No, he didn't.
He just dealt with it and said, this is what I got to do, and one day at a time, and I'm going to get back playing if they'll let me, Mom.
Like if you say I want to play football next season, you're going to say I'm going to play football next season. You're going to make it happen if you really want it that bad.
And Brady recently had a checkup at the doctor's office. Everything looks good. Awesome kid. Awesome to see him back doing what he loves to do, what he loves to play.
Now, I did see Adrian Peterson in the locker room afterwards. He was on crutches and he had a brace on his right knee, and he left the locker room on crutches. Despite that, though, the Vikings, they're 2-0, and they're heading to Carolina next week, looking to go 3-0 against the defending NFC champions. In Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium, Sean Tehan, ABC 6 News. Snow or no snow, the Minnesota Twins will return to the field on Saturday. The Eagle, well, we'll have to wait and see about that. At Target Field in Minneapolis, Sean Tehan, ABC 6 News.